Imagine your future self thanking you for the decisions you make today. There's been many times in my life where I just didn't act, I didn't move my feet. I didn't even take a step forward. Like, I wouldn't even sit down and figure out how could I make my life better than what I was experiencing. It got to a point where I was very unhappy with how I was living life. I was unhappy with the lack of progression. I was oftentimes feeling like I was behind. But honestly, if I took certain steps early on, I would have understood that I had the control over certain things in my life that would ultimately benefit me in the long run. So sometimes it takes you to identify the problem that you're having. And for me, perfectionism was one of the biggest things that I dealt with, where I wouldn't act because I didn't want to look like I was trying. I wouldn't do certain things or put certain things out there because I was afraid that the quality or where I was at with my creative space or where I was at mentally wasn't up to the standard that I thought people expected me to be at. And so if you're dealing with perfectionism, it's hard for you to make a move. It's hard for you to decide that regardless of what the outcome looks like, I'm going to be seen trying. I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to be willing to do this. Even if it doesn't look perfect, we'll never make a move if you're trying to be perfect. And we can't achieve perfection, but we can continue to work on our gifts and work on our ideas and work towards those goals. And eventually it'll get to a point where to someone it might look perfect, but nothing is going to be perfect. And it's okay for you to be seen trying and trying to figure things out. So don't try to achieve perfection. I also learned that breaking bigger tasks into smaller tasks is super helpful. Like for me, I will always have a to-do list of multiple things front and back. And as the day goes on, I will just add more and more and more things, right? As you can see. But ultimately, I don't sit down and look at my to-do list and say, I need to do all of these things by today. Instead, I give myself grace and I understand that there's only so much I can do in a day. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, I'm a content creator, I'm a business owner, I'm all these different things and all these different titles. But before all of that, I'm God's child and I'm just one person, right? You're one person, you can't do everything. And so you have to understand that God will give you the grace. If you ask God to, and you pray and ask, like, God, I need help. Maybe your form of help might be in the form of you hiring someone or delegating a few tasks. Maybe your form of help might be hiring a babysitter. Maybe your form of help might be mentioning to your significant other, hey, I need a break real quick. I need 30 minutes to do this. I need an hour to do this. Communication is the best thing. And so your form of help might look different based off of your situation, but always understand that you're one person and it's okay to break bigger tasks into smaller tasks. That's how you get things done. Which leads me to my next point, which is prioritize the top task that's going to move the needle forward. And what that means is I'm not going to sit here and do a bunch of nothing that's not going to make me feel like I was productive throughout the day. But what I am going to do is prioritize the tasks that I know by the end of my day, if I get this done, I'll feel like I at least did something. And so categorizing your tasks from the most important to the least important is going to be super important for you to stop procrastinating and get something done. I would tell you to find accountability. And for me, my fiance is a great accountability partner and I'm a great accountability partner for him as well. But sometimes you need people to check in with you, or you need to check in with people to hold yourself accountable, to make sure that you are pushing the needle forward, that you are going after your dreams, that you're trying each and every day that you have on this planet, each and every day you have on this earth, to do something with your life. Like, I'm not pleased with living a life that feels unfulfilled. I'm not pleased with living a life that doesn't feel motivating, that's not captivating me every moment of the day. Like, I want to live a life that makes me feel excited to get up every morning. And if I'm not doing that, then there's something I have to do differently. You need to reward yourself when you do things throughout your day. When you're having a productive day, when you get things done, find a way to reward yourself. You deserve it, okay? You deserve to go get a coffee. You deserve to go get your feet done. You deserve to go walk through Target. Even if all you're doing is trying on clothes, you deserve to do something throughout the week, throughout the days, that is a thank you to yourself for giving yourself the opportunity to have a productive day, to be productive. You need to reward yourself when you do something good, okay? Because it's going to instill the behavior of you wanting to continue to do that over and over and over again, right? And the same thing is, the opposite is the same. If you don't reward yourself, then you're not going to have anything to look forward to, and you're not going to be excited about being productive or doing things throughout your day, because you're going to feel like, what's the point? What does it even matter, right? And so one of the ways I reward myself, one of the few ways I reward myself, is one, self-care. I try to do something throughout the day that is self-care related for myself, whether that's skincare, facial, whatever at home that I can do. Doing my nails, that makes me feel good, right? But one of the easiest things that I can do is go get a coffee, right? That makes me super happy, and I love coffee. And so if I can go get myself a coffee from Starbucks, I feel like I did. It's a reward though, but I feel like I did good for the day. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't make it to Starbucks, I have an espresso machine, and I enjoy making myself a nice coffee. So find little ways to support your journey of of overcoming procrastination. Find little ways for you to have a moment of celebration for yourself, and be glad that you're doing what you're doing, because it's hard. A lot of people don't take these steps because they don't know how. A lot of people don't take these steps, and if they do, they're not consistent, because they're missing little bits and aspects, little bits and pieces of the things I believe everybody should do, right? And so for me, trying to start a new routine and trying to, find a routine that works for me, it's important for me to prioritize important tasks so I don't go through the days feeling like I'm not getting something done. It's also important for me to have someone to hold me accountable, not just myself, because there's days I'll sleep in and I won't care about it, right? But if I had my fiance or someone holding me accountable, they're going to be like, look, I don't want you to get into a slump. I don't want you to feel some type of way, but I think that you should try this, right? And it's okay to give yourself a break, but always remember your end goal. Always remember why you're doing what you're doing in the first place, because your why is going to hold you accountable itself. When I wake up every day and I think of you guys, and I think of empowering women, and I think of being an example, and I think of, needing to mentally and physically work on my health, because it's your health is your wealth, right? And so if I can improve in those areas even more, even better, and be an example for other people who are following behind me, then I'm going to do that, because it's not just about me. And so my why is much bigger than me, which is why I do what I do. And so you have to find your reason why you want to either be successful, or to not procrastinate, or, you need to understand, if procrastination is stopping you from achieving your goals, then your why needs to be much bigger than you. Because otherwise, you're not going to get up. You're not going to do the things you need to do. You're going to continuously make excuses for yourself. You're going to continuously feel bad about the decisions that you're making throughout the day. Even though you can do better, even though you could do something different, you choose not to. You're self-sabotaging yourself each and every day you decide to sit there and do nothing. And every day is an opportunity for you to change that. So you have to overcome your procrastination by taking action. And the only way that you're going to decide to take action is if you decide, I'm no longer going to sit in this slump. I'm no longer going to sit here and feel sorry for myself. I'm no longer going to sit here and allow life to just trample me down and beat me up and all these other things. No, I want to be successful. And this is part of my success journey. Procrastination will stand in your way every single opportunity you allow it, unless you say, I am going to stand in between this procrastination and whatever else I got going on, whatever my goal is, and I'm going to say, I'm going to pick a side, and I'm going to go for the positive. I'm going to go after the thing that's going to bring the best out of me. Procrastination is not going to bring the best out of you. It's actually going to hinder you from living your full potential and operating at the level that God wants you to operate at. It's you holding yourself back from greatness because you are afraid, and you're not taking action. And so that's my little spill of motivation for you today. And I'm going to start the rest of my day with taking action. And yeah, And I'm going to do what God called me to do. And I'm going to be who God called me to be. And I'm going to go for who I think I am, which is great, awesome, a child of God, and everything else in between, everything good in between, right? And so take this along with you on your day, and remember to take action because you can. I'll see you in the next video.
You spin on me, Mrs. Alcohol. Had to stop just to